Western Conference in this game as the New York Knicks play this one at home. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball.
Boys, nice night.
This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And the Bulls start out with the ball. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
You know, guys, Taj Gibson now is 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
And he gets it to go. Chicago with the ball. Rose gets to Gasol. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Calderon against Rose. Calderon dishes to Vujacic. Pass to Calderon. Shot clock at 5. Here's Anthony. The rebound by Gasol.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
McDermott can't get it to go.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now here's Anthony. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Here's Rose. Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Gasol's got his second bucket of the game to go. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here is Calderon. Kicks to Anthony. Here's Lopez. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Butler gets to Gasol. And the wide open shot from Rose. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Here's Anthony, and that one goes long.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Sasha Vujacic. Rose goes in. And an air ball on that one. Way off. New York trailing. Now here's Calderon. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And Vujacic sends it back. The wide open look here for Anthony. New York, no good that time either.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Now here's Aflalo. Anthony with the screen on Noah. And that one's good by Lopez.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
When you look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Shot clock at 3. On its way from Rose for 2. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Langston Galloway's checked in for Anthony. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Chicago also making some changes. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. Ejuan Moore comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Here's Seraphin. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Some solid defense from Grant. Puts up a 3. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Knicks lead by 1. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
The Knicks with the lead. On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Brooks out there with Ejuan Moore. Then there's Dunleavy. Then there's Noah.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway, he had to adapt.
Yeah, that's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadlier.
Roten, the pass to Vujacic. He feeds it to Anthony. And that one hits back iron.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. To the wing right side. Porzingis. No good. Some solid defense from Gasol. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. The Knicks shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. The pass to Porzingis. Dishes to Anthony. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Just did. Get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Some changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Butler comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
So for the Knicks, Aaron Aflalo. He's checked in for Vujacic. And it's Calderon in for Tony Rote. Rose again. It's Calderon. And it's Anthony at the elbow.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
That free throw, no good. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. He hits the second from the line.
Listen, the Knicks finishing at the bottom of the East last season. They didn't go into the season thinking they were in for a rough go, making last season all that more painstaking for the fans.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Anthony. Happy to see that one going after missing 6 of his 9 shots today. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Lets it go from the wing. Lopez kicks to Anthony. Pass to Porzingis. There's the dish to Calderon. The kick out to Aflalo. No luck. And the Bulls going the other way now. And for the Knicks and their play against the rest of the conference, guys who've been talking about only Clark 11 wins in 52 games.
And you know, Kevin, what's worse is the Knicks were 5-21 at home against the East. No matter how you slice that up, the Knicks had a season that everybody would like to forget in New York.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Langston Galloway's checked in for Anthony. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. So it's Chicago now. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Butler in the corner. Noah dishes to Rose. And the shot falls short this time.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Aflalo with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. Galloway kicks to Seraphin. Grant right side. Sinks the 15-footer. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession. And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Chicago making a switch here. Moore's checked in. Here's a Flalo. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Butler.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Here's a Flalo. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
This is his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Aaron Brooks, he's checked in for Rose.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Just 5 to shoot. Galloway, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And Butler, here we go.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
.46 seconds left to play in the first half. Galloway kicks to a Flalo. Brannigan, it's Brooks. Floats one up. Grant, that's good. Grant's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Flalo again, it's Moore. Here's Galloway. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. A Flalo with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. He got it up. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Knicks out front, up by 4. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Vujacic. Then there's Calderon. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Calderon kicks to Anthony. Lopez sets a screen for Anthony. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Bulls trail by 4. Here's McDermott.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Rose passes to Gasol. He kicks it to Butler. And here's Rose outside. Knicks with the rebound. Anthony with it. Butler covering. Anthony against Butler. Anthony dishes to Lopez. Gasol with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. And it's Butler missing. The Knicks leading by 4. And Calderon gets it to go on the assist by Vujacic. Calderon's got his first bucket in this one.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Ladies check in for the Bulls. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
Lopez with the steal. Here's Vujacic. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Here's Dunleavy. Lets a floater go. Gasol, no good.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Anthony kicks to Vujacic. Shot clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Some changes for Chicago. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Doug McDermott. Rose goes in. Lopez with the steal. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. New York calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Fires top of the key. No good. And the Bulls going the other way now.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Vujicic the pass to Porzingis. And the Knicks miss again. Bulls trail by 7. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. It's rebounded by New York. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Anthony from the arc.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And he gets it to go.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
It's tipped. Lopez with the steal. From outside the arc. Out to Anthony. A 3-ball. Anthony missing again.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Rose against Calderon. Lock at 6. Out left to the wing. Dunleavy kicks to Gasol. Shoots from the high post. Can't hit. Good D by Lopez. The Knicks leading by 8. Here's Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Vujicic comes in for Portis. Butler, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Justin Holiday. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Chicago making a switch here. Moore's checked in. The Knicks leading by 5. Noah with the block. They get it back. Aflalo dishes to Grant. Back to Aflalo. Brooks on the double team. Seraphin the pass to Williams. Just 4 to shoot. But he recovers it. Galloway, no good.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
On the wing of Aflalo. No good from outside. Butler on the wing. For 3. No good. Here's Galloway. Offline. The third quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Chicago with the ball, trailing by 5. So the Bulls 5 right now. The big men are Gibson and Noah. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Brooks in at the 1 spot. Here's Butler. Goes up to the stripe. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Aflalo up top. Great defense that time from Noah. Bulls trail by 3. Butler kicks it to Noah. Bulls moving the ball around. McDermott can't get it to go. to tie it up. And that one's good.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Grant. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Oh, how pretty was that? Use the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
Count that one. New York calls timeout.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Pass to McDermott. Back to Rose. Aflalo pulls it in. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Took him no time at all on that one. 15 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this, though.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And finished off by McDermott.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined. You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Chicago calls timeout.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year, just lacked any real presence in the paint, and lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries. It seemed like all over the place all season.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Rose dishes to Gasol. Rose against Calderon. Shoots from 12. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. For New York, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. It's tipped. Singus passes to Anthony. Uncovered. Anthony missing again.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Rose with the ball. Now Anthony defending. And finished off by Gasol.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Inside. Here's Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Rose has got 4 this quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. Passes to Porzingis. Second shot opportunity. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out to the right wing. Outside Butler. Back to Gasol. Gibson a screen. 5 to shoot. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
It's Anthony with the drive. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
So far in the game for Anthony, he has 17 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And both free throws good for Anthony.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
Rose with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Gibson. And the rebound goes to Lopez. It's Anthony with the drive. Gibson with the steal. Now Rose. Feeds it to McDermott. He dishes it to Gibson. Clock at 6. Here's Gasol. Not enough on that one as it misses. Rose against Calderon. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. We'll see you later.
today's season finale episode of NBA 2K TV, we have the second annual Hey Guys Awards with some amazing prizes for
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving in at the point guard position.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
And so here is Golden State following the score by Cleveland. It's Iguodala with the drive, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Well, great for Thompson. Last season, an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists. And Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player. Terrific offensive player. Outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
No one near James as he lets it go. Again, James missing. Iguodala against Smith. It's Iguodala with the drive. Can't get it to go. Smith with the defensive effort. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. James kicks to Love. No one near Smith as he lets it go. That's in there. Love with the assist. Smith's got his first 2 points. Curry against Irving. And it's sent back by Irving. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Smith against Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Poked away. Down low. Here's Irving, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need.
Oh! This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And he gets it to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Golden State. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. A switch here also for Cleveland. Dellavedova's checked in. And his first shot of the game, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's James. Cleveland gets it back for 3. Smith. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Shumpert comes in for James. Stolen by Barbosa. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first. There's the pass to Green. His 3-pointers off the mark. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Barbosa. Green dishes to Barbosa. Barnes kicks to Livingston. Here's Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And Cleveland making a change here. Mozgov's checked in. Cleveland moving the ball around. And Fry kicks to Mozgov. And that one is hammered home.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Here's Barbosa. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's Dellavedova, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dellavedova's got his second bucket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Well, get the pass to Green. Kicks it out to Barbosa. Drops in the tray. Barbosa's got 5 points so far.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. Soft touch off the glass.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
Oh, my goodness. That one got me out of my...
And LeBron James trying to will. His Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love says,
he sat us down.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. And of the new big 3 along with Kyrie, I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. Irving kicks to Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Love's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. Golden State's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. On its way from Curry for 2, will not go. This is off the front iron.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
They had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
A wide open look for Love. And another three for Cleveland.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way. And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. And they had... I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Clarky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's LeBron, and a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. LeBron's got the lead up to 3 now for the Cavs. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And great cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Out to Shumpert. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Warriors with some changes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Azili. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Now here's Barnes. Guarded by Fry. Over to the wing. Lets it fly from 18. Mozgov grabs the board.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bears that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Livingston kicks to Barnes. Here's Rush. James covering, and the slam dunk by Rush.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kev?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And Fry kicks to Dellavedova. Cleveland moving the ball around, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bogut comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Fry. Leandro Barbosa with the rebound. Warriors leading by 6. Ahead, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills. Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And, Clark, that's been the story.
And that does it for the first half of play. Warriors.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is...
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Take a look at what Green's done. He has 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Draymond Green is out there with Festus Ezeli, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. The Cavaliers trail by 10, the drive by James, and there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Thompson. But they get it back. From deep three-point range, Cavaliers with the rebound. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Sometimes rest can do more harm than good. It certainly looks that way for them. They've been cold coming out and have yet to find the bottom of the net.
And now one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring. Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to the bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
And Thompson kicks to LeBron. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 11 points for LeBron.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Curry passes to Iguodala. From the arc. The offensive rebound. Thompson outside. From deep. Here's Ezeli outside for Curry. The drive by Green. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high-flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The drive by James, powered down with both hands.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. I mean, they need to keep feeding him the basketball.
Curry's shot is good.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Smith kicks to LeBron. Back to Smith. And here's Love for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Golden State. Ian Clark comes in for Thompson. And then for Cleveland, Iman Shumpert has come in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Curry against Irving. Irving with the steal.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
What a nice play. Stole it away and took it coast to coast.
Warriors leading by 9. Curry with it. He's got 13.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Nobody near Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And Curry, certainly, Clark, a magician with the ball in his hands. He can really supply the terrific handle, razzle-dazzle moves, crossovers. He has it all.
He sure does, but on occasion he can be a little loose with it and turn it over some. That's been a focus both by him and the coaching staff. Attack, but do it with precision.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Irving. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Irving's got 12 in the game. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. Some changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Rush. And it's Livingston in for Curry. A switch here also for Cleveland. Mozgov's checked in. 1:49 left to play in the third. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Clark. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Clark's got his second basket of the game.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively. And Maurice Spates last season was the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here's Irving. Here's Mozgov. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Irving attacking to the paint, deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
6 on the shot clock. Goes up on the high post.
You know, Kevin, this has been a much better effort from them here in the second half compared to the first. I just don't think they were intense enough in that first half.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used. They've got to balance it out.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his first foul. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
Thompson outside. Takes the three and released it in time, but it's off the arena. Let's keep it going for your Warriors go. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Warriors leading by 11, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position, and it's Thompson in at the center position. From deep, the rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Smith. Warriors with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Thompson throws it down.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
The dish to Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
No good from Irving. Warriors leading by 14. Livingston passes to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Pass to Livingston. Over in the corner, Green, and stolen by James. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
It's been a solid outing for LeBron. He's got 13 points and 1 steal as well. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
Spates checked in for Golden State. And it's Green missing. The Cavaliers trail by 12. James kicks to Thompson. Smith for 3. The shot no good. Good D by Thompson.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
And it's sent back by Spates. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. Timeout called, Cleveland.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Pass to Iguodala. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. And the Warriors lead by 15.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Irving against Green. And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Iguodala outside. Back to Green. And he elevates for the slam. Thompson did not like that.
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Smith, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And here is Green. Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got his 5th rebound in this one.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're leading by 14. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter. And Cleveland making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. .152 left in the game. It's Curry with the drive, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 5 on the clock. James kicks to Smith.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Stephen Curry. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Launches it. That's good. And the Warriors lead by 19.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Smith, no luck.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them